Welcome to the Virginia Association for Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And a recording of this presentation will be made available within about a week at strivescan.com/Virginia. And now I'd like to turn it over to our presenters. And up first is Texas A&M University at Galveston.
Howdy. Here at Texas A&M Galveston, we say howdy. So howdy to everyone. I am Vera. I am an admissions counselor here with Texas A&M Galveston. And I am glad that you can join us tonight to hear about what myself and my other colleagues in the field have to say about our universities. So here is a great capture of our campus and what it looks like. We are an island connected to an island. You would drive into Galveston and then you would need to cross a bridge to get to Galveston, cross another bridge, which we call the Pelican Island Bridge, to get to
Vera, we're not seeing your screen share if you were trying to share yours.
You're not seeing it?
No.
Okay. All right. Glad you told me that. So sorry about that. Oh, hold on.
There we go.
Okay. Awesome. Is this better? Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So here's the campus that I was talking about, our campus. Now, our classrooms are very small. We have a 16-to-1 student-faculty ratio. Galveston is a very intimate, small island. We have lots of family-owned businesses, live music here. We pride ourselves on cruising the beach. When the weather's right, people surf. And so we have great live bands, great eateries here, mom and pop shop type eateries. Galveston, Texas A&M at Galveston, there's 3 campuses. We're one. There's College Station, and we have a Texas A&M at College Station, and then we also have a campus in Guitar. To the far left here on the screen, you'll see our Texas Maritime Academy. We're also very known for that. We are one of 6 institutions that offer a Maritime Academy where you can come and get your license for unlimited tonnage. So if you're thinking about captaining your own ship, you very well can do that at our campus. So we only have 13 majors here on our campus, 13 degrees. And even though we have graduate and undergraduate, in the undergraduate, we have 13. The degrees here with asterisks by them are the ones that are licensed option. So when I talked earlier about the Texas Maritime Academy, those people who want to use the license option because they want to use it for research, they want to captain their own ship for research, or they want to go commercial, or they want to do entrepreneurial type things. We have another popular degree, marine biology. A lot of people come here for that as well. So in marine biology, here we're going to put you in the water. You know, you're going to study the life. You're going to grow your culture, your own food. People who choose this degree also can go to vet school, or you can choose to be a game warden or work in the zoo or conservation, however you choose. Marine fisheries is one of those degrees where you can get 2 bachelor degrees in there fairly, because the degrees kind of coincide, but you don't get a double degree. You get 1 in marine biology, 1 in marine fisheries. Here you also can culture your own food, and of course you study the life of fish. Marine sciences. So if you're interested in our ecosystem, what nature does to the environment, so that affects the wildlife, such as we have hurricanes here in our area. And once before the hurricane, we are salt water. So everything, our marine life lives in salt water. Once a hurricane come in, such as Hurricane Ike that we had some years back, it dumped a bunch of fresh water in the ocean. It changed the environment. It changed the life of the fish and all that type of thing. So the marine sciences people, they're the ones that go out and they test the samples to see how the life of how the environment is. So it's same as a environmental biology degree, but we have coastal environmental science and society here. Here is Here's our maritime studies, and maritime studies, they focus on the history. Though, if you're interested in archaeological type things, literature, communication, maritime studies is for you. We have um, students who come here that want to go on to grad school. So if you're interested in looking at the archaeological portion of it and going into grad school, and in our maritime studies degree is for you. Here's our marine transportation that I was telling you about. I call this the legs of the ship. So we as a society, logistics and transportation is not going anywhere. So for those of us who are going to continue to buy cars and all these other major items, we're going to always need logistics and transportation to get those items to us. And so marine transportation can be used for that. You can captain your own ship. So if you've ever been on a cruise, that the person, gal or guy that's steering that ship has a degree in marine transportation, unlimited tonnage. Remember, we are one of 6 that offer this degree. And so those of you that are into the heart, those are the people that fix the ship when it breaks, then marine engineering technology is for you. Marine engineering technology, you can also minor in diving. Diving is a very popular minor here on campus. And so with that, that minor, you can go and dive under, see what's going on in case the ship happens to break down and you're on it. Marine engineering. So marine engineering is actually offered. You would apply for this degree through our College Station campus, but because we're on the water, you would definitely come through us. So I told you about the minors, and here's our applications. We have a hard deadline for May 1st for all incoming freshmen for fall 2021. Here's the way you can contact us for any additional questions at admissions@tamug.edu. Thank you guys for coming out tonight.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next up is the University of South Florida.
Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa Chirac, and I am the admissions advisor for the University of South Florida. Today, I want to tell you about a brief overview about the university and our admissions process. So USF is a large research university set within the Tampa Bay area of the state of Florida. So I'll show you on our map where we're at. USF is one university with 3 different campuses. So we have our USF Tampa campus, our USF St. Petersburg campus, and our USF Sarasota Manatee campus. We are big, we are bold. Total enrollment, we have over 50,000 students, and about around 38,000 of those students are undergraduate students. Our area within the state provides a wealth of opportunity, both for personal enrichment and for professional development. And we are just in a we're in a great location of the state. What I love about the USF system is that it's one university that provides students with the opportunity to receive an outstanding degree within a campus environment that works best for them. So USF's Tampa campus is our largest campus, followed by USF St. Petersburg, and then our USF Sarasota Manatee campus. We are a very diverse university, so about 42% of our students do come from diverse backgrounds, and we do have students who hail from all 50 states and over 141 different countries. And this provides a really great opportunity for our students to get to meet and work with students of all different backgrounds from all different areas. And the USF area, the Tampa Bay community, is an extremely diverse area of our state as well. We do like our students to get out and about and explore all the things that that the Tampa Bay area has to offer, whether it's enjoying our downtown environments. We are in a major metropolitan region for the state. We've got great museums, galleries. We've got major theme parks in our area. So whether it's getting out and exploring those, or visiting our cultural institutions and our historical sites, or just getting outside and exploring all of the great things the Tampa Bay region has to offer in terms of climate. So our river walk, our trails, our bays, and some of the country's most beautiful beaches. What this also provides to our students, being in a large metropolitan region, is the opportunity for internships, jobs, co-ops, and really building that resume for yourself as you're moving through your academic career. So our students do like to get out and about, but our students are very active on our campuses as well. Our campuses offer over 700 different student organizations to participate in. We have over 1,000 events every single year. We are a Division I athletics program with 17 athletic sports underneath that banner. We play in the American Athletic Conference. We offer over 200 different academic majors and concentrations for students to choose from. We have an outstanding honors college as well. And for those of you interested in some of the accelerated programs that our university has to offer, a lot of those go through the honors college. We are also a Tier 1 research university, and we really promote that to our students. We want our students to be actively engaged in research, and you can start your freshman year if you want. We have a specific office for it. So we really want our students gaining that experience, whether you're applying for graduate school later or going directly into the workforce. We also want our students to get internship and job opportunities as well to really build their resume while they're in school for those same purposes. We do have our students study abroad. We promote that as well. Those are on pause considering everything going on in the world surrounding the pandemic, but they are very popular programs to our students. So we do hope to have those up and running as soon as it's safe to do so. We do offer campus housing for students who are interested in that at our Tampa and St. Petersburg campuses. So our Sarasota Manatee campus does not have that opportunity just yet. Hopefully that is coming within the next few years, but if campus housing is something that is extremely important to you on campus, Tampa and St. Petersburg may be your best options for that. Our freshmen are not limited to a certain style, and it's not actually mandatory to live on campus. So we do offer you that choice. I just want to switch gears to go over some of our admissions related topics. So what you need to apply. Application, you can apply through our website, online through the Coalition app, or the Common app. So you've got 3 different methods. We don't have a preference for what to choose. We do have a $30 application fee, but we do take fee waivers from NACAC, College Board, ACT as well. Students can also submit requests for that too. We do require your high school transcripts and your official SAT or ACT scores. So those will be things that you need to submit directly to us. We are not a self-reporting school. So your school would need to send the transcripts, College Board and ACT would need to send those test scores over to us. Our deadlines. So these are our deadlines, our traditional deadlines. November 1st is a big one for us. Our application opens as early as July 1st, but November 1st is traditionally our priority application completion deadline. We did extend that this year, but I want to provide you with some of our traditional deadlines. Those will be available to you as you're going through the application process through our website. And I did just want to throw up our scholarships because we do have a scholarship deadline on that slide, which is located here. So we do offer merit-based scholarships that we will review your application for, provided you meet our deadlines. This is our cost of attendance right here. And if you do have any questions for me, again, my name is Melissa. I'm your admissions advisor. Please feel free to contact me. Thank you for joining us.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next up is North Carolina State University.
Sorry, I was muted. Hello, everyone. My name is Tantan Tate, and I am an admissions counselor here at North Carolina State University. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's just go ahead and get started. So who are we? North Carolina State University is located in Raleigh, North Carolina, very central in the location. We're about 2 hours away from the beach, 3 to 4 hours away from the mountain, so we kind of get the best of both worlds. NCSA is also the largest public institution in North Carolina. We have over 36,000 students. Around that, 24,000 are undergraduate students. But I promise once you're here, you're definitely going to find your own community of thinkers and doers. We're one of the 2 research-intensive universities in North Carolina. And so you definitely do have the opportunity to be engaged in undergraduate research, and we do also encourage students to do so. We offer over 100 different majors and minors, over 700 student organizations, over 230 study abroad programs. We're also in the top 10 best value public institution as well. So our motto is definitely think and do the extraordinary. NC State is definitely known for STEM, so science, technology, engineering, and math. However, we are still a university of choice for students of the humanities and social sciences, business, design, and much more as well. And so on the screen, you will see the top 5 majors from our last admitted class: engineering, life sciences, business, psychology, and exploratory studies. And so something with NC State is that you will be directly admitted into the program. However, if you don't know what you want to do yet, you can apply undecided through the exploratory studies program. All right, so now important dates and deadlines. So we do have 2 different types of deadlines. First is going to be the early action deadline. That is going to be on November 1st, and then students will be notified on January 30th. However, if you are interested in a studio-based major, that can be architecture, graphic design, or industrial design, definitely keep in mind the November 1st deadline. There is going to be the portfolio that you have to submit along with the additional essay for the College of Design. And then we also have regular decision deadline that is going to be on January 15th, and then students will be notified on March 30th. And we are also a non-binding institution, so you do have until May 1st to confirm your enrollment. And of course, we do encourage all students to apply by the early action deadline. You will receive priority consideration for the Honors and Scholars Program, as well as any of the merit-based scholarships. All right, so now let's talk about what makes a complete application. So we're available on the Common App or the Coalition app. We do not have a preference for which one. All you have to do is submit one. Next is going to be the $85 application fee. So for this one, if you do qualify for a fee waiver, please speak with your counselor. We will accept them, but we just do not provide them. Next is going to be your official high school transcript. For this one, all you have to do is request it from your counselor as well. And then finally, your self-reported test scores. So this was test optional for 2021 applicants due to the limited testing opportunities. However, we are part of the UNC system, and so there have been no updates regarding testing policies yet. Typically, test scores are required to have a complete file. And that is pretty much it. That is all you need to have for a complete application. We also do not require letters of recommendations, but if you do send them in, we will accept that. And when reporting your SAT or ACT, we do not need the writing section. And there is a required essay, but that's already part of your application. All right, so now let's go over the application process. So what are we looking for? So at NC State, we do take a holistic approach, which means that we widen the lens to look at the different factors. At the forefront will be your academic achievement. So here we're looking for strong grades in challenging courses. That can be honors, AP, IB, or dual enrollment. And like I mentioned, we are looking for strong grades. And so we do not have a set GPA that we're looking for. So most of our competitive students are making A's and B's, but mostly A's. Next will be your highest SAT or ACT composite score. Again, optional for 2021 applicants, but if we do have any updates to share from the UNC system, we will definitely be informing students and family as well. And when reporting your test scores, you are able to self-report multiple test scores. And then what we do is that we create a super score for you. And so we look at the highest subsection of each of the test states to create that super score. And then of course, your interest in the academic program selected. On the application, you will have a first choice and a second choice. We recommend selecting 2 different programs because if you're not competitive enough for your first one, you will be reviewed for your second choice. We also ask, why are you interested in the program? Definitely write about both of the programs you selected. And then your accomplishments and involvement outside of the classroom. So here we just want to see what you are investing your time in. So that can be sports, arts, drama, theater. Maybe you're working and taking care of a family member, or maybe you're learning a new skill online. So whatever that you're investing outside of the classroom, definitely put that on the application so we can take into consideration. And then your background and opportunities. So we do understand that different high schools have different curriculums, activities, grading skills, and all of that. And so then we are going to be looking at your application within the context that you're coming from. And then finally, your individual story. So this is where we are getting to know you as a person and as an individual. So share anything that we haven't seen within the other parts of the application. And of course, if you did have a little hiccup within a class, definitely use this time to share that information as well. But as you can see, it is a very holistic approach. And so there is no one factor that is going to make or break that decision. We do take everything into consideration. And of course, if you are interested in running with the pack, definitely visit our website for more information. And you are able to reach us via email, or you can also call the office to speak with an admissions counselor as well. Thank you, everyone.
Great, thank you so much. Next up is the University of Maryland, College Park.
Awesome. All right. Good evening, everybody. Let me get this situated. All right. All right. So my name is Ryan Clear. I oversee Northern Virginia for the University of Maryland, College Park. So we're going to be going over some key kind of things about what is UMD for those of you who have never been or visited. So of course, rankings and distinctions are not, not everything. And I really don't want you to choose your college based on that, but just here's some key facts and figures about kind of who and what UMD is. So for those of you who've never visited, we are the flagship institution of the state of Maryland. So we are the biggest school in the entire state of Maryland, as well as in the Washington, D.C. area. So we have 30,000 undergraduate students and 10,000 graduate students. Now, where do these 30,000 students come from? The state of Maryland requires us to be at 70% in-state residents. So 70% are coming from the state of Maryland, but the rest of those 30% are coming from not only all over the country, of course, the Northeast is very common, but all over the world as well. We have 5,000 international students ranging, and we have over 43% of our students identifying as students of color. Now, why is everyone kind of coming to College Park? Well, of course, the brand name and the recognition and everything that comes with a big university, but our academic programs are really kind of what puts us on the map and sets us kind of going forward. So we are rated as, the number in the top 25 for engineering programs, as well as business. Our computer science program is also ranked in the top 20 in the country. We are rated as the 11th best value for out-of-state residents. One of the best magazine, ranked always for innovation, for entrepreneurship. And we are rated as the 19th best university, public university by U.S. News & World Ranking. Again, we have a lot of different things that really, again, put UMD in the academic forefront, again, being in Washington, D.C., as well as in the entire Northeast corridor. Now, in terms of where we're located, for those of you who have not visited, we're located in College Park, Maryland. I really want to highlight our location because it is a really rare thing. So, of course, the biggest highlight point is that we are about 30 minutes away from Washington, D.C., and we are on the D.C. metro map. Now, why is this important? Of course, Washington, D.C. is an amazing place to grab a bite to eat, whether or not you want to go and watch a Nationals game, you want to go catch a major concert in Capital One Arena. That is all fantastic. And that, of course, is definitely doable. We are in the College Park Metro, and one of the biggest projects coming is actually adding multiple stops to our campus. However, what I really want to highlight is the connections to DC and what that can build for you as you shift from a student into an eventual, employee candidate. Our students have the ability to work and intern for some of the best companies in the entire world. DC is, of course, as the nation's capital, one of the most powerful cities in the entire country and in the entire world. Our students are able to, hop on a metro and go work for whether it be the private sector, some of the largest consulting and accounting firms in the entire country, or whether it be working for your local senator, whether or not you want to go work in NASA, NSA, FBI, CIA, or any of the large government agencies. Over 90% of UMD graduates hold at least one internship by the time they graduate. And a lot of that is due to our location. Now, of course, you can go anywhere, in the country and come back to Washington for a summer, intern on the Hill, very, very common. And our students have the ability to do that as well. However, they're able to do that during the school year. It gives our students not only the flexibility to have multiple internships and multiple different chances to do different things, but also a lot less competition. When you're able to hop on a metro and you can be there 24/7, and on Monday in the fall, as well as in Monday in the summer, it really gives our students that competitive advantage. Now, on the other side, DC is the main place to call home, and there's a lot of different schools in the Washington, D.C. area. However, none of them are going to be able to offer that traditional collegiate experience. Again, College Park is a college town, give it its name. You're going to have the million pizza places. You're going to have the Greek Row, and of course, you have the traditional collegiate environment. We are a member of the Big Ten Athletic Conference, and we have an on-campus football stadium, an on-campus basketball arena. I like to say it's the only school across the country where you get to tailgate for a Big Ten football game on Saturday, and then go intern on the Hill, or go intern for Deloitte, or go intern for NSA on Monday. It's a really rare opportunity that you get to have that collegiate environment and everything that comes with it, being a major power, R1 institution. And then you get to go hop in the city, hop on the metro, and be one of the best cities in the entire world. You get that, that feeling of having the collegiate environment. You get all the amenities of the metropolitan city right at your fingertips. Now, what are you going to actually study at UMD? Now, being, again, a large R1 institution, and we are doing the highest level of research possible, you're going to be able to study pretty much anything you want to. We have over 90 majors and over 120 different minors. So again, whether or not you want to study at the Clark School of Engineering, again, one of the best engineering schools in the country, you want to go study, where Sergey Brin, the founder of Google, studied for the computer science program, you're able to do that. You're also going to, to really dive deep into the liberal arts as well. Again, whether it be Jim Henson, the founder of the Muppets, that went to Maryland, or, many of the great writers that come out of, the area, or you want to go into the government, area. Again, being so close to DC, government, public policy, all these different programs are nationally known. And you're going to have the opportunity to study a lot of those things. And you can come into Maryland knowing, like, I have no idea what you want to study, or you can know exactly what you want to study. And that's the beauty of going to a school as big as Maryland. I think special experiences, kind of as I wrap up again, when you come to a school as big as Maryland, you're going to have the opportunity to study and learn about so many different things. Research I already kind of touched on internships. One of the really last unique things I want to touch on is living and learning programs. We understand when you go to Maryland, it might feel overwhelming. You have so many students. We break almost all our freshmen into these living learning programs. So you're going to dive deep into a particular subject that you're interested in and work with a faculty and find this nice little cohort in your very first time on campus. Again, the idea behind this is to assimilate you slowly into the university life and really allow you to take advantage of everything that UMD has to offer, whether they be athletics, internship opportunities, academics, and of course, just living on such a vibrant community 24/7. Thank you guys.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next up is the University of Missouri.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jordan Moore. I am the regional admissions representative for the University of Missouri. So I actually live in Virginia, work with students in the Northern Virginia, DC, Maryland area, and all over the state of Virginia, and a little bit in the Northeast as well. The University of Missouri is more commonly referred to as Mizzou. So that's what you'll hear me call us as we go through this presentation. If you know nothing about the University of Missouri or the state of Missouri, essentially, we are a large school. We have about 30,000 students on campus. About 24,000 of those are going to be undergraduate students, the rest being our graduate or doctorate students. We are one of 6 public institutions to house a medical school, law school, and veterinary school, all on one campus. So we do have a lot going on. We do house Tigers from all 50 states and more than 120 countries. So students choosing to join us from all over the world. We are also the flagship university in the state of Missouri, as well as a Tier 1 research institution. We are located in Columbia, Missouri, which is essentially smack dab in the center of the state. We're about an hour and a half from both St. Louis and Kansas City, which are the largest cities within the state, right on Interstate 70. So it's pretty easy to get to either one of those locations for my out-of-state students, whether they're flying into either one of those or flying directly into Columbia. A little under 117,000 people live in Columbia, plus all of our college students. So it is a good-sized college town. It's kind of your quintessential college town. Lots of restaurants, lots of music venues, tons of festivals we host every year, as well as lots of outdoor activities. So if you're into hiking, biking, camping, anything like that, we have 89 different parks that surround Columbia as well. My favorite thing about Columbia is the fact that it's right across the street from our campus. So if you're looking to go downtown, you're on the quad, you literally step right across the street and you're in the downtown area. Makes it very walkable for our students, although we do also have a bus system, and students are welcome to bring cars any year. We have over 300 academic programs on campus. Those are housed in 13 different schools and colleges. Some of our larger programs are going to be our College of Engineering, our School of Nursing, School of Health Professions, our College of Business, and our School of Journalism. We are home to the world's first ever School of Journalism, something that we are ranked in the top 3 schools in the world. So it's a very exciting program. If you're looking at journalism, you definitely want to take a look at Mizzou. Something you'll hear us talk about on our campus is what we call the Missouri method. It's essentially learning by doing. So we want our students to be out there and active in their field of study, whether that's through research, internships, whether that's through extracurricular activities, or just through their classrooms. Some of our best example of that is going to be that bottom picture in the right-hand corner. That is KOMU. That is our NBC news station. We are the only university to own and operate an NBC station, completely run by our students and faculty within the journalism school 365 days a year. And it is a phenomenal program. We are home of the original homecoming. So fun fact for you all. So if you enjoy celebrating homecoming at your high school, you will definitely enjoy celebrating at Mizzou. It is a month-long celebration. The whole month of October is dedicated to homecoming, and it's a really fun time. Lots of different events, all culminating in our homecoming football game. We are members of the SEC, or the Southeastern Conference. We have 20 different NCAA sports on our campus. It really just adds to our school spirit and all of our camaraderie. It's a really fun time. Nothing beats an SEC game day. If you're looking to apply, we have a couple of different options for you. We are either on the Common App or our university-specific application. We're on rolling admission, so our application opens August 1st every year, and you can apply at any time during your senior year. If you're applying through our traditional process, we're going to need your official high school transcript sent directly from your high school and your test score sent directly from ACT or College Board. We did enact a test optional policy this year for our incoming class of 2021, and that has been extended for our incoming class of 2022, which is exciting. So if you're going to apply test optional, we'll still need that application, those transcripts, and then instead of a test score, we're going to be requiring a resume and a personal statement or essay. And those applications will be reviewed holistically by our review committee. We do have a large number of scholarships to offer our students. These are automatic merit-based scholarships, so you do not have to do anything other than apply to the university, and we will automatically review you for those scholarships based on your transcript and your test score if you're applying with one of those. Something I love to talk to my out-of-state students about is our residency process. Missouri is the easiest state to gain residency in. So we do allow our out-of-state students to come to campus, live on campus in a dorm, and establish residency within their freshman year. You establish residency by completing these 5 steps on the screen. Once you do that, you are an in-state student. You'll pay in-state tuition for the remainder of your time, which is about a $17,000 difference a year. It's a phenomenal process. You're really going to only find it within the state of Missouri. My name is Jordan Moore. Like I said, I live here in Virginia, work with DMV students as well as the greater state of Virginia. That's my email and my cell phone number. We are currently offering on-campus tours as well as a large number of virtual options for our students. So please feel free to check those out. Appreciate you all joining us tonight, and go Tigers.
Great, thank you so much. And thank you to all of our presenters. We now have a few minutes for Q&A. So I'd ask that all of our presenters come back on camera and respond to this question. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And I'll ask that they answer in the same order that they presented.
What advice I would give, there are 2 things. One thing I would start with is a career assessment if you're not sure. So for those of you who are not sure about what you want to major in, I definitely start with that to kind of determine some areas that you may want to entertain and compare that to institutions that you're interested in, and take a look at the degree plans as well to identify if you are wanting or capable or interested in taking Cal 1, 2, and 3, those type things. Like if I wanted to be an engineer and I didn't know that I needed to go take a certain level of math and I suck at math, I think that's very important for students. That would be some advice I would give.
Hi there, it's Melissa from USS. My biggest tip is, if at all possible, please begin your search as early as you can. There are multiple pieces to the college search process, not just admissions, but scholarships and financial aid. And, you know, the sooner that you're making your list of schools and applying to them, and ideally, the sooner you can hear back and start, you know, prepping for cost and financial aid opportunities. So if possible, apply early and start early.
Yes, I definitely agree with both of them. And I would say that right now it's probably the easiest to find virtual sessions, virtual tours of all the different colleges all over the US. So if you haven't started that process, take advantage of what is offered out there and just go ahead and, I don't know, give them a call, take that virtual tour, go to the information session, so then you are making that, you know, informed decision when you're ready to apply.
I would just say do a little bit of self-reflection, figuring out where you kind of want to live, what kind of things you want to study, going to a big school or going to a small school, or living in a city or living in a rural area, are all going to be an entirely different experience, academically, socially, everything. So figure out what you kind of want to do. Not everyone's cut out to be in a city. Not everyone's cut out to be in a major university, but some people thrive in those settings. Some people thrive in really small, tight-knit environments. So kind of do a little bit of self-reflection and think about what's the best place for you, because there's no best school. It's just the best place where you're going to be the best.
think the best tool to utilize through this process is going to be a spreadsheet. And I know that doesn't sound fun, but as you're going through this, every school is going to have a different deadline, a different scholarship, different majors. So keeping that in a place where you can easily access that information is going to be so helpful, especially depending on the number of schools you apply to, and all of those different dates and deadlines start to get jumbled in your brain. So either a spreadsheet or a calendar of all of those different things is going to be so helpful as you go through this process. I know it doesn't sound fun, but it will be helpful.
Great, thank you all. Next question is, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus?
Okay, so my favorite tradition on campus is our yell practice. So football is a really big thing here at Texas A&M. So we have yell on Thursday night, then we all travel to the College Station campus and have yell there and get revved up for the Saturday football games. That's my favorite tradition.
My favorite tradition is our week of welcome, which happens in the fall and the spring semesters, but it's a really great time to just get excited for the semester. There's a whole bunch of events going on, everything from pep rallies and comedy shows and events like that to just staff being out and about, ensuring that students are getting to their classrooms. We are doing it, we did it virtually this year, but we typically will have those in person. And it's just a really exciting time to prep for the semester and the year. So it's a great time all around.
All right, so I would say that you can definitely attend all the events that are happening at the beginning of the year, but my favorite thing is the Krispy Kreme run at NC State. So basically it happens in the spring semester in February, and then what happens is that we're just trying to raise money for the Children's Hospital at UNC, and the run is essentially where you just have to eat as many Krispy Kreme donuts as you can, and then you run back to the bell tower on campus. So it's just fun. You get to dress up and you will throw up, but you're raising money. So, you know, it's a fun event.
And my favorite tradition is so the legend goes, if you rub Testudo's nose, you'll get good luck. So you'll see every student walking around campus rubbing Testudo's nose, and right during finals, so Testudo's our mascot of the Diamondback Terrapin, and right before finals, students will make donations or tributes to the mascot. So you've seen ping pong tables, I've seen entire Chick-fil-A bags, I've seen you name it, and people have given their donation. Basically anything they will do to not study, people will do to get that last bit of good luck.
So my favorite tradition on campus is something called Tiger Walk. It happens at this building right behind me right here, which is on our quad. So you can see our columns. They have big significance to our campus. But what happens is the day before classes start, all of our freshman students line up facing towards Jesse Hall, which is the building behind me. They run through the columns led by our marching band, kind of signifying their entrance into Mizzou. And we have a ice cream party for them with tiger striped ice cream, which is ice cream we make here on campus. It's vanilla ice cream with a Godiva chocolate ribbon. It's very delicious. And then the after graduation, so when you're a senior, you line up on the opposite side of the columns, run away from Jesse Hall, obviously signifying your entrance into the world. And we greet our students with an adult beverage at that time.
Awesome, thank you all. So I have one more question. It is, give an interesting or fun fact about your school.
So interesting and fun fact about Texas A&M. Well, we were definitely male dominated, but females showed up. Woohoo, gig 'em. And so our female population is growing in every area, and it's not just men in military.
So fun fact about USF is a common question I get about USF. If you saw the map in my initial presentation, technically we are located in the center of the state and over to the west coast off the Gulf of Mexico. So not quite traditional South Florida, but we are named the University of South Florida. And at the time of our founding in 1956, we were the southernmost public university in the state, and that's how we got our name.
All right, so interesting fact about NC State. Our mascot, Mr. and Mrs. Wolf, they're actually married. And they got married during one of the basketball games. So it's actually really cute. You get to see them basically at every game you go to, and I love it.
UMD was actually started as an agricultural school, as are most land grant institutions. We still have a working farm on campus and have a couple of cows and produce, which I think is the best ice cream. Penn State has to differ in the Big Ten, but is of course incredibly sweet and always a great thing to walk around campus and see them.
So I already told you my favorite fun fact is that we're the inventors of homecoming. It has been a question on Jeopardy and Trivial Pursuit, so you know it is true. But homecoming was invented on our campus in 1911, and it was started with our rivals, Kansas. So it was Mizzou, Kansas football game, and it was a really high scoring game of 3-3. So that was the first ever homecoming football game for you all.
Excellent. Well, thank you all so much for all the great information that you shared. That takes us to the end of this session. So I want to say thank you for joining us. And when you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. And just a reminder that you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as others in about a week at strivescan.com/Virginia. So that concludes this session. Thank you all so much for joining us and have a great rest of your evening.